I'm usually sitting on that side.
I know, but, like, he's taking up the spot.
Why did you invite your friend to the movie anyway?
I don't know. He just kind of comes along.
Look, you have a problem. They need to be kicked out. They've been freeloading.
Well, now he's showing his ass at us.
Yeah. It's because I just pushed him.
So anyway, we just got back from Captain Marvel. That was good.
Is the mic on?
Yes, it is.
Just checking.
I know. You saw me double check right before I started recording.
Look, you have a history.
I have one, actually, technically two, because you weren't around for that second time that happened.
Mm-hmm.
But I only recorded like 15 minutes before that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Captain Marvel was good, spoiler-free.
Spoiler-free. It is very...
YouTube.
The guys. Okay, no, it's not that much. It is... Oh, crap, YouTube. Bleep that out. Bleep it.
I don't know if I can.
It's... You... Do it in post.
Okay.
Anyway...
What the hell's post?
It's a serial that you put into the computer to edit YouTube.
Oh, right, I heard about that.
Oh, crap, I just said the S word. YouTube. Okay.
Yeah, just we'll do the Nash solution. YouTube. There we go. I'll remember future me when editing this, put that in place for the censoring. Because in case you didn't know, apparently YouTube can demonetize stuff if you swear in the first, 30 seconds of your video.
Yeah. Captain Marvel didn't have any swearing, no.
I want to say it did, but I can't remember specifically.
Yeah. Anyway, spoiler free. Tape, Vaughn's lunchbox, pinball machine.
I saw your tweets about that. The tweets you retweeted about that.
Tentacles. And, what's another one?
Triangle cut sandwiches.
Triangle cut toast. There's your spoiler free review of those objects that have something to do with the movie.
This will all make sense once you've actually seen it, which you should. It's a good movie.
Oh,
so positive things about it first, because the more I think about it, there are a few things I disliked.
Yes.
They're pretty minor points in the grand scheme of things. Positives, first of all, great film.
Great CG.
Story is very enjoyable. Some great lines. It's interesting seeing an earlier Nick Fury.
Oh God, it's like his.
Oh, sorry, we're ending spoiler territory now because screw trying to wait at this point.
Seeing Nick Fury's just kind of
happier.
It's just
less serious.
Their chemistry with Captain Marvel was amazing.
Hmm.
It was like, am I watching a buddy comedy superhero movie? But what I love about the story structure is it's actually a story structure that's not new at all. Basically, I compared it to She-Ra. Now, if you haven't seen She-Ra on Netflix, you really should. But the similarities between that and Captain Marvel is girl is a part of a nation that is at war with some other nation. This is all she's known, and she has her best friend in it, and she loves and she likes her life, and then life got upended by some other thing. Oh, but by the way, it might be vague that she might be from somewhere else. She meets new people in Captain Marvel, she apparently knew. She meets new people. She finds out the truth about the war that she's been fighting and the lies she's been told. So she joins the good guys to go against her old friends who are actually the bad guys. And gets in a big fight with her old best friend. Yep. Seriously,
I mean, original She-Ra's like that, just without as much of the emotional core because it was the 80s and we didn't have time for that stuff.
Yeah, but I just like this. Just reminded me of why I like She-Ra too. So, yeah, but Captain Marvel, it has those similar beats, but also it does other things with it.
Fight scenes were fun,
but it wasn't everything. There's. What it was? You remember when you said that you liked when she came to Earth? It wasn't like a fish out of water thing.
Yeah, because here's the thing. I get so tired. I mean, there are times when there are tropes in kind of movies that I enjoy seeing again, like I'm a horror fan. I see repeated things over and over again, but there are things that piss you off the more you see them. Seeing the paranormal and the supernatural, and then people not believing it, or spending an inordinate amount of time not believing it, can get really frustrating, especially when it's very obvious that that's what's happening.
Or it's like an isekai anime where the person comes in and you have like 2 episodes of them like, what is this? Who is this? What is this? Oh shit, I'm in trouble for not knowing the thing.
Versus this, which is obviously Fury is a little disbelieving that she's from space at first.
She broke into a radio shack.
She broke into a radio shack and used the parts in there and a payphone to communicate with this. Combining technologies. Impressive work. But that's the thing. They don't spend half the movie with him disbelieving in aliens and trying to arrest her or something like that. As soon as the Skrull starts shooting at her, it's like, okay, I didn't believe in aliens before, but I'm on board with this now. Let's see what we can do here. What do we need to do?
And we also got to see a young Coulson. Agent, son of Cole.
With hair.
Yes, with hair! Oh.
We did learn the origin story of how Fury lost his eye.
Yeah.
Obviously, while being interrogated by the Kree.
Yeah, and they burnt his eye. And
he will neither confirm nor deny if that is the real reason or not.
We got to see the best, the most popular cat right now. Oh my god, so there's this cat. The cat is a very important character.
I love Goose.
Goose is a very important cat. It protects the Tesseract.
I was wondering to myself if, 3/4 of the way into the movie, so, at Project Pegasus, have they just been feeding the cat and keeping it around these last 6 years? Because it doesn't look like anyone's taking care of it. They're just letting the cat roam free.
Everyone likes cats, Lewis.
I know, but then revelations about the cat, oh, okay.
We're in spoiler territory, so it's not really a cat. It's a, what did they call it?
I keep forgetting the name. A
Flornac
or something? A Fliblin?
A Florgan? Anyway, it looks like a cat, but it can open its mouth to reveal horrible Lovecraftian things and swallow people whole.
I like it when Nick Fury held up the cat like a gun.
And when they're scanning everyone for their danger levels, the cat was high danger while Nick Fury's low danger.
Oh, really? What?
I think that's broken.
Nick Fury is great in this because the thing is, sure, he gets all serious badass later, but this is early Fury. He's still kind of badass, but he's a little sillier, a little more jokey.
It's just, someone put it greatly when they did a meme of, from Kitchen Nightmares versus, Ramsey on the kids show. Mm-hmm. How it's him on the Kitchen Nightmares is him talking to Avengers, and him on the kids' kitchen or whatever, him talking to Carol Danvers.
He clearly likes Carol just so much, just because, and I think it's because Carol opened his eyes and Carol treated him seriously while still being friendly.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing, you can get along with Nick Fury as long as you don't try to out-serious him or not take him seriously like Tony Stark does.
Yeah. Oh man, but I just love their character dynamic. It was a really good dynamic. I didn't expect that. And plus, how the hell did they make Samuel Jackson look so damn young?
The technology has gotten so much better over the years. They were promoting, I remember back when X3 came out, they were promoting making Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen look 20 years younger, and I could barely notice any difference.
I barely noticed any difference.
I mean, mind you, that's partly because, especially in the case of Patrick Stewart, the man always looks that old.
Yeah.
Go back and watch him in Dune. He might look a little less seasoned.
His voice is very seasoned.
But it's still, but he still looks the same age even into his 80s.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Or is he in his 80s?
No way.
In his 70s at least, 60s and 70s at least.
What are you talking about? He's 35. But yeah, that was amazing. Just visually, this whole movie was amazing. The thing that sets it apart from other, space action with some comedy sprinkled in is that it had a lot of heart to it. Mostly when it came to Carol's backstory. She was confronted with her memories when she was trapped by the Skrull. Scroll, right?
Yes.
When she's trapped by the scroll and they were like going through her mind to find something. And we get to see her life pretty much. And then it gets her again when her best friend's daughter, Monica, which, oh my god, Monique Rambeau, Monica Rambeau, oh my god, I want a next wave movie.
Maria and Monica Rambeau.
Yeah, Maria. And, yeah, it's just...
Whose call sign in the Air Force is Photon.
The part that really got to me was when basically little Monica was showing Carol all of her stuff and all of her pictures, and she said, like, yeah, this is you and your dad. You didn't get along with your family, but it's okay because you had us as your family, and that made me feel so... Oh, I understand how that feels.
And and basically a lot of her backstory is just, especially that we see in her memories, is just constantly people... putting her down one way or another. Just
crapping on her because you're a girl. Don't go fast. Don't do that. Don't play that sport. Don't you know? You know why they call it a cockpit?
That in my mind was the most overtly sexist one. It's like, dude, screw you. But the rest of the case, it's a lot of just put downs and
Honey,
like.
It's all pretty damn sexist.
Oh sure, it most certainly is. I'm just saying overtly versus lived experience.
As someone who lived through some of these experiences, it was all pretty overt.
Fair enough.
I mean, there was stuff I couldn't do just because I was a girl. Not allowed to go fast in a go-kart. I got that.
They mentioned specifically the Air Force's policy in '89 that like women couldn't serve as combat pilots.
Yes.
Which is bullcrap. I think even by that point, by 1995, that would have been reversed. I don't remember if it had been or not.
I don't remember how it was in the later '90s. I didn't really pay attention to that. But I went to a school on an Air Force base, so I knew like people's moms who were in the Air Force. So I was like, I just kind of assumed they were all combat pilot people. But I was like 11, so
A lot of it is what we see in the movie. They're test pilots. They're running supply missions, or they're doing other things, but not actual engaging combat, which is bullcrap.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So basically, so the final. So the final bad guy, which was her mentor in the Kree, who was actually her kidnapper, like early on they had this sparring scene between the two. It's like, no, you need to not rely upon your special powers as to defeat me.
Your feelings.
Don't express emotions, you kind of thing. It's all that kind of bullcrap. And then he's like, yes, I'm finally proud of you. Now you can show me, man, one-on-one, and show me the real you, who not relying on your powers. Poof! I don't have to prove anything to you.
Yeah. That was... I was like, oh.
So satisfying.
Oh.
So good.
I just felt my soul come out in happiness. Like, oh. Yeah. And it's like, oh God, when I think about those two stories, what's his name? Jude Law guy. Was it Jude Law?
Yes.
Whoever Jude Law was acting. What's his name?
Jude Law was
what's his name?
I don't remember the Kree guy's name.
Okay. When I just remember of basically how he was training her and stuff, it was almost like trying to... It's another way of mentally suppressing someone in a way. And I don't know if anyone really picked up on that. I might be just reading too much into it, but honestly, I don't think there's any such thing as reading too much into media. However, that type of suppression stuff, you know what it reminded me of? Frozen. And you know how they always suppressed Elsa for powers and shit, and then oh, you got this kind of depressed husk of a woman that's about to be queen, and she has a bad relationship with her sister, and then next you know, oh shit, I gotta do some stuff, and now I know how to use my powers, and I'm happier for it. Holy shit, I just compared Captain Marvel to Frozen 1!
I'll have to take your word for it because I've never seen Frozen.
We're watching Frozen! Especially since I'm dragging you to Frozen 2. Whether you like it or not, we're watching Frozen 2.
Okay.
Holy crap! Captain Marvel is Elsa! Captain Marvel is Elsa!
So did Elsa fly into space and take out an entire Kree battlecruiser?
No, but I bet she could with ice.
That's fair.
But I kind of thought that with that, and just her just knowing her own power, just oh, when she was taking down those missiles and flying around. That was so visually stunning.
That was beautiful.
Just the effects they made for her powers.
I like the swirly lights.
Yes.
And playing I'm Just a Girl while beating up her former Kree companions.
I was telling you, like, man, 12-year-old me would have loved that. Because when I was, like, 11, 12, I got into No Doubt. And, of course, the song I got into was Just a Girl, which was their biggest song, like, 2 years prior to that. Like, it came out in 95. It was still... they didn't make their next album yet, Return of Saturn. So, yeah, that was their big song. And seeing that with this, I was like, oh, man... 12-year-old me would be so happy right now because that was my favorite song.
Which leads me into one of my complaints about the movie.
Yes.
While it had the trappings of the 90s, it was not a 90s throwback movie, and I feel like it could have been a 90s throwback movie.
It had enough throwback. I mean,
no. I don't. It's not a matter of the fact they included 90s stuff. That's just stuff.
Setting.
That's just setting. It's not a throwback. It's not done in the style of the 90s. I feel like it could have done more to be like a 90s movie.
I don't think it should have been. I thought it was fine. Like, what you need is, the story is main important, the characters are important, the setting is 90s. They put so much. The Blockbuster, the Radio Shack, Top Gun reference.
A Street Fighter II arcade cabinet in the bar.
Yes, the music, the whole soundtrack was nothing but songs from the 90s.
No, there was instrumental stuff, just part of standard superhero practice.
You know what I mean, Lewis? Most of the musical stuff was songs from the 90s to help with the setting. The other stuff was just, the standard Marvel movie themes and orchestral things. But I thought it was perfect for the setting. The fashion, the 9-inch nails with the flannel, the grunge, the computers, the
Okay, the Internet Cafe, I will definitely indicate that one.
The cars, the motorcycles, the jackets.
I couldn't say anything about the cars.
The decoration in the house. I'm sorry, it was...
I didn't notice that any particular decorations out that screamed 90s to me, but maybe I'm
sorry, but that whole movie was bleeding 90s. Even if it wasn't 90s in terms of... Like, what do you mean by make it more 90s? Do you mean, like, making the movie look visually like the 90s? Because that would be horrible. We have 4K now.
There's ways of adopting styles of filmmaking and cinematography and whatnot.
What, you want them to have, like, VHS thingies?
No, but you know what I mean.
I don't! Explain yourself!
Okay. Do you know what an 80s throwback movie is?
Yes.
Do you know how they replicate the cinematography of 80s movies?
Yeah, but I don't think it would work out if a movie that you're trying to, well, 1, make money, 2, make visually stunning with the CG of today's movie technology, 3, I don't think it would be great, because when you look back at some of these movies, even the action films in the 90s, they were not that special looking.
And that's fair. It didn't feel like a 90s movie to me other than having things that were present in the 90s.
It is a 90s movie. It's dripping some 90s. But you know what? It's also 2019, and Marvel needs to print money. And you know what takes money? You need people with great cinematography. You need people who know what they're doing in artistry. You need the actors. You need special effects.
So let me compare this, especially because you mentioned the soundtrack.
I have nothing to prove to you.
That's fair. That is fair. But okay, on the subject of the soundtrack, I feel like I recall like 2 or 3 90s songs in particular.
Happy When It Rains, I'm Just a Girl. There was another freaking Nirvana.
When was there Nirvana?
Remember when she was they captured her and they put her in the little Great Intelligence again? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it started with Nirvana.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I remember that part. But you compare that to Guardians of the Galaxy, the 2 movies, which had so much music, constantly. At the end of
the credits, they had like 10 or 12 songs that they used throughout the movie in well-placed places, that might I add. You weren't paying attention.
Apparently not.
Because I actually listened to music in the 90s, Mr. Nerd.
I listened to music in the 90s.
Barely.
I have a character on my show named 90s Dude.
I've seen your MP3 player, Mr. I Like Bee Gees.
I like
People
what?
I'll never be as popular as.
Oh my god! I am allowed to have a disagreement here. I feel they could have done more.
I feel they did just the right amount. I have nothing to prove to you.
I'm not trying to prove anything to me. I disagree.
Skeleton powers.
No, not skeleton powers. My one weakness.
Okay, now this is the Viga vlog. No men allowed, because this is a good movie that...
I said it was a good movie!
Men are not allowed to see now. But no,
okay,
I know there was a lot of haters before this even came out, but they're dumb because this movie was great.
Yep. Okay, there was another thing, which is not the fault of the movie, but the theater we were in, which unfortunately took away from the experience for me. I was mentioning this to you. Like, if you're not in a nice big surround sound kind of theater, it felt like a lot of the sound effects and music were muted. Where I could hear the dialogue just fine, but I felt like you know, if you're gonna have an energy blast where if someone's gonna hit something, it feels like it should have like pong, more impact. But it felt like it was quieter versus the dialogue. Which, you know, in some cases, I'm sorry if it seems like I'm interrupting. I'm not. It's going here. It's just like this is a problem. It's the opposite problem was with Doctor Who when the new series started. The Murray Gold music overrode everyone, and so you couldn't hear what anyone was saying.
To give you some context, we were put in the right side of the theater, like right next to the right side, like right side of the theater. So the left speakers were were far on the other end.
But it was one of the smaller theaters too, and I feel, and that was a problem with when the third time we saw Thor Ragnarok. With Julie on Thanksgiving. Like, I recall the previous two times we had seen Thor Ragnarok and Immigrant Song starts playing, it's this loud, blasting, so powerful, so great, versus the third time we heard it, it was like, this seems quieter than it was before. And I think the size of the theater does make a difference. It won't make a difference when you see it, in a home theater, because it's designed to optimize that kind of thing, but it kind of took away from the experience for me, unfortunately.
Anyway,
but that's not the fault of the movie.
Back to things that the movie could actually control.
Yes. Okay, let's see. Trying to think of what other, if there were any other complaints. You made the She-Ra comparison. You've actually seen the Netflix She-Ra. Was there more of an emotional weight on on She-Ra's part, Adora's part, when she left the Horde?
Oh yeah.
Like how much it broke, it hurt for her to do that.
She had some kind of PTSD in one episode, and since it's a series, it can actually explore it.
Yeah.
And if you compare that to Captain Marvel, maybe a little bit, but of course you don't have the room to explore it because you got A, B, C, D to go. I do like how she found sympathy for the Skrull.
Oh, yeah.
And how they did it. And just beating the Skrull leader in the house with the neighbors. And
oh my god, him just coming out and being all, I've come to you with no disguises and no deceptions. What do you call that out there? Okay, that's fair. Playing him up, being the serious villains at the beginning, and then swapping it around to make them slightly more comedic, like asking. So you could turn into anything, right? Could you turn into this cat? Why would I do that?
Can you turn into a filing cabinet?
Why would I want to be a filing cabinet?
$50, turn into a Venus flytrap.
Right now. You better not say anything. I'm going to kick you where the where the sun don't shine. I don't know what that means. Your ass. Oh yeah, I love the comedy of this movie.
Yeah. I love just the little scenes with, Carol getting to know her best friend again. That was beautiful. And then, then Maria just, unloading some of the weight she had for these 6 years because she thought she was dead.
And she specific, and you see this wide range of emotions because she's elated, she's shocked, she's kind of angry at one point.
Yeah.
But she gets over it because, obviously the situation is just so bizarre and everything like that.
Yeah, exactly. It's beautiful, but I just really love this movie. I think I need to see it again.
I'm trying to think if there was anything else that I had complaints about, which is not much. I enjoyed it. Love the mid-credit scene.
I love the scene where Monica is helping Captain Marvel choose her colors.
Oh God, yes.
That was beautiful.
There were actually some of those color combinations that I actually kind of wish he had gone with. I know they're not the standard Captain Marvel colors, but damn, they looked good. And the very last one before she did the Captain Marvel colors was the green and gray of the original Marvel.
Yes.
When he came to Earth, because the Kree outfits were originally this green and gray.
It was dark teal and black.
It was
gray.
No. It's a light gray with green highlights and a green mask. She did not see the green mask. The one thing they didn't include, the original Kree symbol was actually like a Saturn sign, like the Sci-Fi Channel logo. Which, no, it was good to swap that out.
Yeah.
Because it was the 60s and we're making space.
I like how when her helmet goes on, she has a mohawk.
Yep.
I always love that little element of her costume design. Oh, speaking of costume design, really good. Like the the fashions, the costumes, so 90s.
I feel like the only one that springs to mind for me for the costumes was indeed her disguise, where she's wearing the grunge outfit and the Nine Inch Nails t-shirt.
Well, yeah, because that's iconic grunge 90s.
Lose the flannel.
Freaking hat with the S.H.I.E.L.D. logo, though.
You're a very odd spy organization to have your logo and everything.
I know, right? No, finally, someone says that.
I like that. I like how Marvel has just said screw some of the continuity we had previously established with the first Iron Man movie, because they didn't have the name S.H.I.E.L.D. until because originally it was just the Superhuman. Was it Superhuman Initiative?
No, I don't think it was Superhuman in it at all.
I'm trying to think what the actual like strategic. Yes, Homeland Intelligence, something, logistical defense, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, and Coulson having to say call it S.H.I.E.L.D. at the end to clue the audience in, but versus this, which is like, I'm from S.H.I.E.L.D.
Well,
I like how Marvel just said, screw it, we're rewriting this because it makes the movie better.
Well, maybe Coulson was saying the full thing to sound more official, especially since he was doing this on his own. Maybe he just got a promotion for all we know.
I'm not criticizing it.
Yes, you are! How dare you criticize the great feminist movie! Tumblr attack! I'm sorry, I have to do that.
Are you gonna disagree with like anyone who dislikes this movie? Because I know there are people who don't like it.
It's Ghostbusters
like,
all over
no,
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just hyperbolizing for comedic effect.
I love you.
Is it working? Comment below. I expect to see many comments.
That dude on the bike, you'd be just the bit. She actually did an interview about this, where like, remember when the poster for Captain Marvel came out, and there were like so many dude bros going, "She'd be better if she was smiling."
You don't know how many times I was just out and about, going about my business, in city, in town. It didn't matter what city I was in, and here's some guy. Well, I'm just like listening to my like music. This guy like, "Hey, you should smile." And then I usually just do this. Oh, crap.
It won't detect that.
Okay.
But no, like she did an interview about this. Like, it's funny because there's a scene like that in the movie. If we didn't add it in later, it was originally there. And yeah, screw that dude. I'm glad she stole his motorcycle.
Oh, God.
And oh, my God, her in the internet cafe tapping the keys. She doesn't understand how the interface works.
She tapped the mouse with one finger, like that.
Alta Vista!
That's the part that had me rolling. I was already laughing, but then she did that to the mouse, and I was just like, oh, Lord.
Alta Vista is my favorite 90s callback. Because I used Alta Vista back in the day.
Oh man, I was more
for the kids out there who don't know, Alta Vista was Google before Google.
I was an Ask Jeeves girl.
I never used Ask Jeeves.
And then I got into Yahoo, and then stayed with Yahoo until finally Google became a thing.
The only thing that would have made it better is if in the cafe she used Netscape. Well, she might have. I don't know. I don't remember what the Netscape user interface looked like.
Wait. They put the disc in.
God,
is it going to do something? It's loading.
What's it doing? It's loading.
I don't remember CDs being that slow to load, but whatever.
But I like going back to what I said earlier. I like that these movies, they're smart enough to know not to linger on a dumb bit for like too long. Yep. They do the bit. It's funny. They move on. We don't need the fish out of water plot for the entire half of the movie. We just need to get the relevant details out there and keep moving.
Yep. It was a movie that had good pacing and kept going and going. And when it needed to slow down for a brief moment, it did. When it needed to accelerate, it did.
I'm trying to think if there's any Marvel movie scene that actually I'm like there's something that annoys me, like a scene that just like that just pisses me off and I hate that I ever have to rewatch it. But I can't think of a single one that ever happens in any Marvel movie. Or I'm just utterly bored by it and I hate it or something like that.
Iron Man 2?
No, because I actually like Iron Man 2.
Really, after we got all the rest, it just kind of... it's there.
I liked Iron Man 2.
Let's see. Oh!
Like one of my favorite scenes in the MCU is the suitcase armor scene.
I was a bit confused at first because I forgot about the Kree, and when Ronan showed up, I was like, wait. Oh, yeah. Because if you don't know, Ronan, remember from Guardians Galaxy 1? Big bad of the movie? Yeah, he's pretty much runs that crap, and yeah.
Yep, because he's basically there, like, wiping out planets.
Yep. And Carol was pretty much working for that for a while. And then I was like, oh yeah, they're the baddies.
Mm-hmm. Well, it'd be more accurate to say they are an empire and they have and colonialism.
Fine, they're a baddies.
Yes.
But
there are innocent people there too, as we saw in Guardians of the Galaxy 1.
Yeah, I did like when we were on the way coming back home, I realized, you know what? Now these movies are even more complicated to someone who's just not into this stuff, but they might go see it with friends or whatever just because it's the most popular thing. And I remember when I was back in Chicago, me and my other roommate was explaining to our other roommate the MCU. And that they were just, what? And I was like, oh crap. This is like when Lewis explains comics to people.
So I'm trying to think, how many Marvel movies there have been? Like 15, 20?
10 years worth of movies. There's been at least 2 a year for like a long while.
So we got to be around at least 15 to 20 movies, if not more than that. Oh. So yeah, this is kind of a big franchise.
I feel like that Endgame should be the last, but I know it's not going to be, obviously.
What we need to do is start our entries next generation, because eventually we need because Brie Larson said she wanted Comic-Con in the next movie. We got to have Photon, got to have Monica Rambeau be part of the Avengers.
You know what I want? You know what my dream Marvel movie is? Next Wave.
Got to have a Next Wave movie.
I mean, you have Monica set up now.
Now that they've got Fox, they can do Boom Boom.
I want Next Wave. It's probably not going to happen, but then again, remember, this is the studio that decided to make an Ant-Man movie, a Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Like, no one even knew what Iron Man was until the movies. Unless you were like collector geeks like us or whatever.
Now, what I really expect to have happen the next 5 years, we're gonna have like an MCU horror movie, and either like a traditional style scary movie, maybe something with like Swamp Thing or something, not Swamp Thing, Man Thing, or something gothic horror with Blade and the Bloodstones and the and just vampire kind of stuff. I could see something like that.
And if they introduce, I forget her first name, Bloodstone.
Elsa Bloodstone.
Introduce Elsa Bloodstone, they have no choice but to make a Next Wave movie! It's only 2 books!
Gotta get Machine Man in there, too.
Come on, it's 2 books! That's the easiest adaptation! Hell, make it a freaking Disney Plus shit if you have to! Just give me my Next Wave movie! More people should read that. It's probably one of my favorite, like, Marvel comics ever. It's number 1 of my, like, list, man.
Next Wave.
Next Wave.
Alright, what else can we talk about with the movie?
Well, I ranted to you about the 90s. The soundtrack was baller. The, effects were great. The chemistry between all the actors was great. Mm-hmm. Little Monica is adorable. I can't wait to see her grow up and become like, I don't know.
I mean, she'll be an adult during the time of, Endgame.
I hope she didn't turn into dust.
Which, by the way, again... Marvel Endgame, seriously, that's the title you go with. Come on, man, come on. Could it Infinity War Part 2 or Infinity Crusade or Avengers Forever?
Yeah, I like that one.
Or Infinity Endgame would have worked too, but just Endgame, come on. Come on. It's cliched. It's lame. It's lame. We were expecting Ant-Man to be in this because I'm mentioning the time travel aspect of him being shrunken, but nope, not there at all. In fact, yeah, even in no No Ant-Man in this. I was actually quite surprised by that.
I'm glad, because focus on Captain Marvel.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm okay with that, too.
She's new. She needs the room.
The Protector Initiative.
Oh, and then the Protector Initiative. So, it was revealed that Nick Fury had been planning this Avengers Initiative for some time. Like, a long time before it actually got into, going. I mean, the people just had to show up. And then they did. Oh, man. And
then she looks at a photo of Captain Marvel because she's gone off into space to help the Skrulls. And potentially to overthrow the Kree Empire. That is a thing that we're probably not going to see in the future, because one of the things about the Skrulls is indeed their shape-shifting thing, and they had an empire in the comics too. Here, they're all refugees, so if we see Skrulls in the future, it probably won't be as a full-blown empire like before. So we probably are not going to have secret invasion.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that, where are we going to go now? You want to live here for a while? I mean, you could just turn into humans. That sounds nice.
But then Monica's like, no, don't try to pretend who you're not. Don't force them to hide the way you are. That's awesome. That was good.
That was beautiful. Oh, I love it so much. Everything about it, I love.
So no, Captain Marvel went off to go help the Skrulls find another homeworld, and took his modified pager and gave it advanced technology. Like, I'll hear the signal from like 2 galaxies away.
Don't use it till an emergency. Emergency happens. Where's Fury? Oh yeah, the mid-credit scene is everyone's at the Avengers compound or whatever, and they're all like, "What is this thing? Signal. It just stopped sending it. What the heck?"
Like, Fury, we gotta somehow start the signal up again. Fury thought this was important. Camera turn. Where's Fury?
Yeah, she just snuck up behind him and freaking Black Widow's like, what the fuck?
And I'm wondering, it might have just been the lighting. She looked older in that, but that's 20 years difference. So I'm wondering either her powers kept her from aging that much, or it's just the lighting in the place, because it looks very gray.
Well, the whole movie looks very gray based on trailers, but
yeah.
Can we also keep into account that interdimensional, not interdimensional,
light speed travel,
like space travel can alter one's age? While she could have been gone for maybe a year, it could have been several years on Earth.
Yeah, that is entirely possible. Though they seem to imply that the entire point of what the Kree and the Skrulls are looking for is light speed drive, and traveling faster than light is usually what you were suggesting with that kind of thing.
I did like how when they were all on the ship, she just kind of went behind it and just pushed. She's literally just pushing a ship.
Yep.
She just literally just, all right, let's go, because I am the light speed. Hey, I need a push out. I'm kind of stuck in this galaxy. I got it.
And connecting things once again to the Tesseract. Man, the Tesseract gets around.
Yeah. I mean, it was inside of a cat. Then it was on Earth for a while.
The Hydra used it to power their weapons. Yeah. S.H.I.E.L.D. tried to use it to power their weapons.
It was inside of a cat. Is that cat still alive?
Probably not.
Where is the cat?
Well, we don't know, because it was not really a cat.
All I want to know is the cat, the not cat, is it still alive at all? Did it...
Stay back!
Did it turn to dust by Thanos? Did it just die a natural death in Fury's, house? How can you even get taken to a vet when it's not really a cat?
It probably doesn't need as many flea shots, if that's the case.
What do you feed it on a daily basis? Because obviously, Nick Fury, kept that cat as a pet.
Well, obviously it eats Kree.
Where are you going to find Kree kibble, Lewis? You're on Earth. Where are you going to find the kibble for that?
I just love, we don't actually see them going into its mouth. We just see the tentacles flailing around and then suck back, then cut back, and Fury's just like...
Do you like to be picked up?
I'm going to pick you up now. Hopefully it's okay with you.
Just from the moment the cat goes on screen, Nick Fury was just like, oh.
And there's one ominous shot of the cat early on that I was just thinking, that thing's a Skrull. It's going to turn out to be a Skrull. It's like, okay, it's not a Skrull.
In fact, everyone's scared of it. Everyone. It's a high-level danger. But it likes scrolls, it seems. I mean, no, it likes, it likes scrolls, it seems.
Like scrolls. Scrolls don't like it, though, because it's just like, they know what it is.
Speaking of which, one of the main characters of this, Dr. Lawson?
Yep.
Yeah, Dr. Lawson. Turned out she was a Kree this whole time, and then developed it on Earth, stayed on Earth, but then was like, you know what? This war sucks! Oh my god, I'm not gonna let it happen anymore. Let's end this.
I just thought of something. You know, CinemaSins is going to do, in the flashback, her blood, Captain Marvel's blood was blue, but later on we see it was red. Continuity error!
Oh yeah, whatever.
And not, her memories were altered and tampered with, and she can't remember properly.
Yeah, because her blood became blue because Jude Law transfused her.
Yeah. Even then, it was during the flashback of when they crashed. It's a matter of her memories are wrong. She thinks she has blue blood when she doesn't. Or at least she didn't until later on.
Just what a movie. You know, I love a movie when I just feel kind of exhausted from excitement over it. And I'm getting exhausted over excitement.
It was a good movie.
Yes. 2 thumbs up.
Very good. Trailers.
We got a trailer for Frozen 2, but I already seen it online.
Got one for Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah, we already seen it online.
Yeah, but it's still good. They altered the trailer for this one, though. They don't have him mouthing F you.
Yeah, I noticed. It's probably because there's kids seeing Captain Marvel.
I know, but still.
Let's see.
Such a good moment in the trailer.
Oh, let's see. What else?
We had one for the Ugly Dolls, which
yeah.
I did not know was a brand, but even then it's just like...
Yeah,
ugly. Who thinks those are ugly? Those are adorable. I know plenty of people who would love those.
Yeah, Ugly Dolls are actually a toy thing.
Yeah, I had never heard of them until now.
You never seen them in stores?
Yeah, no.
Oh, I used to see them all around. Then I stopped seeing them, so I thought they were out. But I guess they're still in?
I'm Captain Oblivious.
Yeah, obviously. Let's see. There was for the new Laika film, what's it called? Missing Link.
Yeah.
That looks charming, and I do want to see it.
Looks okay.
I like Laika. Laika's works I'm just amazed by. It's all stop motion,
Yep.
Let's
what
see.
else? The Spider-Man Far From Home.
Yeah.
Mysterio.
Yeah.
And potentially Sandman and a Hydro Man. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure those are just illusions, though.
I hope they don't do multiple villains. We know how it's like in a Spider-Man movie to have too many villains. Please don't. Please.
What I envision will happen is Mysterio, in certain forms of media, presents himself as a hero, but he just uses illusions, but he's actually a criminal. So I imagine he oh man, I'm stopping these monsters. Look at me stop these monsters. Except they're not really monsters. I just made it up.
Yeah. What else? I
think that was mostly it. I was surprised we did not get an Endgame teaser.
I expected one, but then again, there was one in the movie.
I suppose so. But yeah, how far away is Endgame? Another month or 2?
Yeah, I feel like it's too close. I feel like it should have been spread out a lot more with these Marvel films. I feel like they're too close together.
I wonder if it would have been better if we had Captain Marvel in the the movie premiere before Infinity War.
I would have liked it if it was in Ant-Man's 2 space. And then we had Ant-Man 2 now.
Yeah.
I think that would have been better, but they have an order to how they produce these.
Although then the teaser at the end with Scott Lang showing up wouldn't have had as much impact.
That's true. I don't know. I just feel like maybe they should just push back Endgame a bit. I'm willing to wait till June or May.
I mean, what competition do they have this year?
Oh, tons. They have Shazam's in a few weeks. They got a bunch of other movies that are coming out. Like that new Dark Phoenix movie. When is that?
They're not competing with Dark Phoenix. No one gives a crap about Dark Phoenix.
I don't give a crap about Dark Phoenix, but I don't give a crap about X-Men.
It is universally, everyone says this looks terrible. Because it looks like a rehash of X3, which was already bad. You give away a pretty big plot point in the trailer, and the makeup job and the costumes look awful. They're based on that terrible Grant Morrison design with the yellow X jacket, except somehow looking worse because those ones in the comics actually look like full-on jackets. These look like really, really cheap cosplay. And the Mystique makeup, because I can't remember the name of that actress, she wants out of this franchise so bad, and I think she only agreed to do this movie so that they could, if they did a reduced makeup job on her.
But yeah, what else? There's too many movies coming out. I still haven't seen Lego Movie 2.
Yeah, we still have not seen that.
And I haven't seen something else that came out, and I can't even remember. It's something I wanted to see that already came out.
Too many movies.
Too many movies. Too many movies this year. I'm feeling movie exhausted.
It's okay. We're going to go see Endgame.
Oh, hell yeah. We're seeing Endgame, and we're bringing the gear. So, there's this movie theater we go to in the suburbs of Minneapolis that a lot of people tend to go to. And not just a lot of people, the most passionate, hardcore Marvel fans.
They cosplay.
Look. I'm trying to hype it up, Lewis, and you just ruined it.
Keep on hyping.
No, it's too late. You ruined it.
I love you.
You ruin everything.
Oh.
Huh.
I ruin everything.
Yes.
I have ruined this vlog.
Lewis ruins everything.
That's what I'm renaming these vlogs.
Lewis ruins everything?
Yes.
You gotta watch Adam Ruins. It ruins everything. It's a fun show.
I know.
It's a fun show. It's on Hulu. Come on.
Look, I'm watching Outer Limits right now. The people want me to keep tweeting about it.
No, it's on Netflix. My bad.
People want me to keep tweeting about the Outer Limits from the 90s. We got
an Xfinity login. You could just watch it on the site, really.
But I want to. But I gotta watch Outer Limits. Oh my god! Almost done with season 1.
First you complain about the movie theater, like thing, then you. I have nothing to prove to you.
I'm dead now. End the vlog.
He's dead. Just edit in some effects.
Final thoughts.
Edit in effects here. Final thoughts. Go see it.
Go see it. It's very good. I'm back from the dead. It's like a superhero movie.
It's very fun. It's a fun movie. It has some heart to it. It's amazing looking. I'm just so when a movie leaves me this excited, I know it's a good movie. At least I see it as a good movie.
I thought it was a good movie.
Yeah. So, yeah. Captain Marvel.
Go see it. Good movie.
Just edit in post, hon.
What the hell's post?
We went over this.